Tracking the tropics for you now. Lots to talk about here. Of course, this is the time of year when we always say things are beginning to ramp up. We're heading toward the peak, or the statistical peak, of hurricane season. So three different things that I want to talk to you about. First, we'll talk about this tropical wave that has emerged off the coast of Africa now. A disturbance impacting the Cabo Verde Islands. It has a high chance of development in the next 5 days. So that's something we're going to watch closely. Some of the models are hinting at more waves coming off the coast of the western coast of Africa in the next 5 days. We also have our third hurricane of the Atlantic season. Florence has strengthened to become a hurricane out in the open Atlantic, winds at 75 miles per hour. This is not a storm that we're worried about for South Florida. You can see the forecast for Florence is to continue moving through the open waters of the Atlantic through at least this weekend. But I will tell you, some of the models do hint at it getting pretty close to the mid-Atlantic states by the middle of next week. That's something that we'll watch. Other models keep it well out over open water. None of them bring it to South Florida, but nonetheless, we do have Hurricane Florence, so keeping you updated on that. Also, Tropical Storm Gordon spinning away in the Gulf. Let's talk about some of the key points of Gordon. For the central Gulf Coast, there are storm surge warnings and hurricane warnings in effect. Life-threatening storm surge is possible for portions of Louisiana over into Alabama. Hurricane conditions as Gordon approaches later tonight. Landfall is expected tonight, so of course we know how much scarier it can make it sometimes when those storms are making landfall overnight. This is the forecast for Gordon. Moving toward the northern Gulf Coast as a Category 1 hurricane later tonight, and then eventually just becoming a depression as it moves over land. Could bring rain as far north as places like Chicago as we head into the weekend. So you can see Gordon over here spinning away. We're not dealing with the impacts from Gordon any longer, but we do have some rain around, and we've had rain around for a good portion of the morning. So we do have an aerial flood advisory in effect for this portion of Palm Beach County, including Boynton Beach and Delray Beach. We've got rain continuing to stream over that area down into Boca Raton, up into Wellington and Pahokee. We've also got some rain over Fort Pierce and River Park right now, and we'll continue with the chance for scattered rainfall on and off throughout the day, although rain chances will begin to go down a bit, and we'll just have less showers along the coast as we head into the afternoon. Temperatures in the low to mid 80s for most of us, and we'll continue to warm up. Highs today in the upper 80s and lower 90s, but I think most of us will end up staying in the upper 80s. I do want to warn you, we have a high risk of rip currents at area beaches today. It's going to be choppy for boaters, so be careful if you're doing either one of those things. Rain chances go down Wednesday into Thursday. Breezy to windy, gusty winds sticking around today and tomorrow, and then rain chances right around average as we head through the rest of the week into the weekend.